What is up, everyone? So preseason has started, and what can I say? It's been very unpredictable, I would say. I've seen two of the games. Okay, so basically the first game was Warriors versus Lakers at Golden State, and needless to say, I think that game was more or less a travesty. I don't really know how our squad performed that bad. I was expecting a bit more, to be honest with you. Obviously, we didn't have our two trump cards there. I think LeBron and Luka's absence obviously affected that squad a lot. But even then, I mean, the other team was playing Curry against us. Curry and Butler were all there, and obviously, at some point you have to realize that it's just an inferior squad versus a superior squad. However, it just doesn't sit right, for the first game at least, that DeAndre Ayton played the way he did. I think he was pretty mediocre throughout the first game. I think him along with Laravia, for example, both of them were pretty mediocre. In fact, all of our new signings were pretty mediocre, if I had to say, to be honest with you. I mean, that game really, I mean, the gap was almost closed by Austin Reeves, but that game was all Austin Reeves. Let's be honest here. That was like beyond saving, in my opinion. And coming to the second game, I think we performed quite decently, if I'm being really honest with you guys. I mean, yeah, I mean, we won by like a small margin, but hey, we won, and we won against a B team, obviously. But we won with our B team, so that's another pro, I guess. We didn't really have Luka again, we didn't have LeBron again, but he still won. Now, I think as for the future, I think DeAndre Ayton has certainly a lot more to work for and grow towards because currently his current form isn't it. Let's be honest here. I mean, it's really far from it. He's not delivering, par anyone's expectations. In the latest match, he had, I believe, 14 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists, which is pretty good for a center forward, but I think he definitely still has a lot more improvement to his game that needs to be done. Sometimes, the Golden State players just slip through. Obviously, I think Kuminga's dunk was like very insulting, but yeah, I mean that's just what happens when you let the ball slip through, isn't it? And I mean, DeAndre Ayton definitely has a lot more to work towards. I think Laravia also has a lot to work towards. I just don't really, I haven't seen solid performances from him. Our older bench players have actually been pretty decent. By this I mean by this I mean Jackson Hayes. They've both been fairly decent. I wouldn't really rate them that high, but it's okay. It gets us through. And yeah, again, quick update as I'm checking the results again, we were defeated by Phoenix 113 to 104. Quite close, I would say. I just watched the match. I think, yeah, Luka Doncic played really well. 25 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. That's decent. I mean, I would expect 30 plus from Luka, but that's decent, I guess. And I mean, yeah, he had a good step back three as well there. But I mean, it's just really annoying how, these games are playing out. Obviously, when one of your teams is playing well, the other just has to play bad. In my case, Bayern plays so well, and then Lakers are just bang average. It's painful, but it is what it is. And I mean, yeah, again, Laravia, Marcus Smart, all of these guys need a better improvement. I think Adu Thiero also has some sort of a knee injury, but yeah, I mean, we are not in the best state right now, given that, there's teams that are out there that are in top form right now. I'm talking about the Dallas Mavericks right now. I mean, Cooper Flag has been incredible. Same goes with Spurs and Wembanyama. And I mean, KD on Rockets is probably a completely different story altogether. One thing I want to emphasize is Vanderbilt and Gabe Vincent. I think they have both done very well. They both did very well in the last season as well. Whenever they were subbed on, they are good quality subs. And yeah, Vanderbilt is probably even a starter, to be honest with you. And yeah, I mean, alongside that, I think, yeah, we just have to wait for the season to play out. The preseason games are definitely giving us an insight. And I hope the Lakers recycle this information that they've gathered from the preseason and, try to come up with something more or less complete, I would say, because right now competition is pretty stiff. I mean, OKC is on point. The Dallas Mavericks are on point. I mean, yeah, it's going to be tough. Rockets have Durant now. Okay, even the LA Clippers are like fairly decent right now, I think. So we just have to wait for the season and how it all plays out. But currently, I think we are pretty average. I mean, aside from Luka Doncic and obviously LeBron, we don't really have much to look forward to in that sense. I hope JJ Redick kind of works on his strategy, I would say, and obviously the subs as well. JJ Redick makes some very questionable substitutions at times. Okay, I mean, at times when players really are worn out, he'll still play them. And yeah, I hope to see an improvement in that. But alongside that, I would say that, yeah, I mean, JJ Redick definitely needs to work on the strategies a bit more. I would say, and obviously, we the training needs to be better as well because the substitutes clearly are not able to keep up. The bench players are not able to keep up, and that's a big problem because in the coming season, again, as I said, I can't reiterate this enough, but all the teams are in top form right now. Ja Morant isn't going to stop. Anthony Edwards isn't going to stop again. If we face them again, I'm pretty sure it's going to be really cutting it close. So yeah, let's hope the best for the Lakers, man.